Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome on back to the channel, and welcome on back to another breakdown video. If you don't know what this type of video is, it is where I go over and review the newly released dev diary and tutorial that was released by City Skylines. Today, of course, the topic in question for the dev diary and for the tutorial is cargo airport. So I'm really interested to see how they integrated it. Which, if we recall from previous tutorials and previous dev diaries, they mentioned that the cargo side of the airport in the airport's DLC isn't unlocked until you reach level 3. So you already have to have a well-built up passenger airport in order for you to go ahead and unlock cargo demand. So let's go ahead and get into watching the tutorial first, and then we'll get into the DLC, the actual dev diary. So take a look. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and get started with watching this one.
Hello everyone, my name is Phil from the YouTube channel City Planner Plays. Today I'm collaborating with Paradox Interactive to bring you a tutorial on how to create and manage cargo airports that are included with the City Skylines Airports DLC. We'll be taking a look at the cargo airport that I created in the city of Tutoria, which has been built without any mods. Though I'm playing on a PC, this tutorial will be applicable for all players, including those that play on a console. The new cargo airports that are included with the Airports DLC are available after leveling a passenger airport to level 3. Cargo airport assets can be found in the Air Cargo menu. From there, you will have access to 5 assets, including the Cargo Airport Terminal, cargo aircraft stands, medium cargo airport roads, large cargo airport roads, and the airport cargo train station. Cargo airports can be added to existing airports, reusing the existing runways when they are available, or created as standalone airports with their own runways. In either scenario, for the cargo airport to operate, a cargo airport terminal with at least one aircraft stand must be connected to a runway. Cargo airport stands receive a significantly higher frequency of planes than passenger airport stands, so you will have to plan your cargo airport with care.
Very unrealistic, actually.
Once a plane touches down at the airport, it is assigned an aircraft stand that it must unload and load cargo at. This stand is assigned based on where cargo has been preloaded onto a stand. In some cases, airplanes will be assigned the same stand even when other stands are available. Because of this, it is important to ensure that the taxiway between the runway and the aircraft stands is long enough to accommodate queued airplanes waiting for an aircraft stand to clear. Further, taxiways should be laid out so that there are as few bottlenecks as possible. At this airport, I have connected multiple cargo aircraft stands together and added multiple taxiways between them to provide options for accessing the stands. Additional taxiways may be required for larger cargo airports than this one. Cargo must also be able to travel to and from the plane effectively. This means ensuring that your airport has convenient access to high-capacity roads or is well connected to the freight rail network. Freight vehicles are able to enter and exit the cargo airport by either the drives located within the terminal or by connecting a cargo airport road to the roadway network of your city. For a seamless transition between the cargo airport roads and the outside roadway network, I recommend adding a two-way toll booth to act as a security checkpoint. Airport cargo train stations, while entirely optional, can be helpful in ensuring that goods move quickly in and out of your airport. Further, they help ensure that planes are full of goods when departing your airport. These cargo train stations can also double as a traditional cargo train station, bringing goods and resources to the surrounding area. A well-designed cargo airport can ensure your city is able to import and export goods and resources quickly and effectively. I hope that you've enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.
Very short for the tutorial side. Let's go and break it down real quick and talk about a few things. A few things that I kind of felt were a bit, I wouldn't necessarily say off, but let's go and take a look here. I want to take a look at the unlockables. First and foremost, cargo aircraft stand. He mentions that your cargo will go ahead and use the same aircraft stand despite you having multiple. I feel like this is a little bit counterintuitive. Why would they have it set that way? And another thing that he mentioned is that cargo has a higher air traffic than passenger demand. That's incredibly unrealistic. Very, very unrealistic. If you take into account that more than 70% of the air traffic in the United States is actually passenger. Like, no joke, 70% of the actual air traffic in the United States. If I actually were to look it up as well. Okay, so here is what it says. Based, and this is coming straight up from the World Airport Transport Statistics released by the who released this? This was they had mentioned that the in 2020, which we all know what 2020 was like. 2020, only 21.2% of the years of that year's worth of air traffic was actual cargo. So I'm thinking, oh my god, that's a lot. But in of itself, that's only 21%. Okay, that means that about 78.8% is passenger travel, which we already know that the passenger travel and freight liners and everything else in between reduced drastically in 2020. But even with that said, like it's incredibly unrealistic for there to be more demand for cargo than there is for passenger. But at the same time, we all know how City Skylines is with its cargo demand. So, I guess that kind of makes up for it, but again, it's incredibly unrealistic. This is something that's interesting. I saw this in a previous video. Medium cargo airport roads. This is interesting. I really thought that I thought exactly actually what it was that these were. These were roads that you can connect the cargo aircraft stands to. I think that you can also connect them to regular roads, but I think that these ones are just specific to the airport. I'm not too certain about that though. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who knows? We'll find out. And then they also have the large variant. And then, of course, the train station, which they did say can serve as a regular train station as well. It's just another way for you to go and transport cargo into the city. Not a bad call, but at the same time, not one that I think I would want to make intentionally. Let's see here. It then mentions that you can have it operating with just your single runway, or you can have a dedicated runway for your cargo airport. It makes sense to do it that way, to be honest with you. Let's see here. Just skimming through a little bit. It then goes into some of the gameplay mechanics and some other things. Let's see here. He also mentions using a toll booth for like a security checkpoint. Not a bad call, I'd say. And I think that's pretty much all that was mentioned. Just some general gameplay stuff. Not bad. But it could be better, is what I'm gonna say. So let's go take a look at the dev diary now. The dev diary about the cargo. Okay, and this is also just to keep in mind that the dev diary does not mention anything that's going to be a part of the free update that will be released on same day, or on sim shipping, as they like to call it. Okay, so cargo aircraft stands, yeah, so cargo airports and the new maps. Okay, so in this one we are going to get a little bit of an explanation to the new maps. I did actually go ahead and watch the City Skylines live stream that was happening on Tuesday, and they had actually previewed all the maps from the DLC and from the Content Creators Pack by Sanctum Gamer. I really do think that the maps themselves are beautiful. Especially the airport DLC maps where it's a lot of flat land, so it's ideal for building up a large metropolitan city with a metropolitan airport. I really do like that they put that in mind when they were creating the maps. Let's see. Okay, so we pretty much know everything there is to know about the new cargo airports, or new cargos, featured 4 train tracks, blah blah blah. Yeah, nothing else of greater knowledge than what was already introduced in the tutorial. The new maps, however, that's where things get interesting. Asanu Bay. Such with wide beaches, tropical map, so we already know that. Good for tourism, and a lagoon for your tourists as well. This isn't your city. The lush jungles have much more to offer and could be bursting metropolis for a profitable industry venture. So one thing that was actually mentioned is that on normal tropical maps, there's a heavy downcrease or heavy emphasis on not using the trees because they're very sparse and it's generally not profitable. But in Asanu Beach, when I was watching on the preview stream the other day, they mentioned that it's actually a lot more than your regular forestry area for a tropical map, which is interesting in of itself. Then you have Hanami Bay. I think that's how you pronounce it. 2 headway rivers. Kind of have a little bit of an archipelago vibe over here. I do like that. Oh, and I do like how they decided not to use the default interchanges. I do like that a lot on this one. This one, though, is called Noyu. I think that's how you pronounce it. Noyu. Yeah, Noyu Port. Interesting. Okay. And that's generally it. Very short for this one. I don't think there's much else for us to cover. If you want to take a look at an in-depth perception as to what the new maps are like, I will leave a link over to the live stream. These were actually the first 3 maps that they had previewed, so you won't have to watch far into the stream in order to know what's going on. With that in mind, I think there is some potential here. The cargo, though, I am a little bit dismissive of because, frankly, it doesn't seem right to me. It really doesn't. I really think that they could have implemented it a little bit better, like having cargo demand being a little bit less than passenger demand. Because if you take a look at a metropolitan airport that also has cargo industry in it, or cargo passing through it, you can tell right off the bat that the cargo industry does not have a lot going through on airports. Mostly due to 2 reasonings. One, it is highly more expensive to go ahead and ship cargo via air in comparison to shipping via sea, ground, or train. It is highly more expensive. In addition, they mentioned that your your cargo aircrafts will go and accept any sort of plane, no matter if there's one there or not. I really think that is very dismissive of them. They're not acknowledging traffic laws within the game. So in of itself, you will have 20 gates, but only maybe 2 of them are actually in use. And it's really disheartening to know that. Ugh, I really do not like that whatsoever. If they can fix that before the game, before the actual DLC is released, which I hope they do, then that's an all by myself stellar right there. But aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, I think that is everything. So if you guys had liked this video or you want to see more videos like this, granted there is going to be the update video where we go over what's included in the free update, followed by, if I recall correctly, the free update is the video for the free update comes out on Monday, so we'll be going over that and some of the patch notes. And then on Tuesday, we'll have a overview video of everything that's included in the airport's DLC, including stuff that was included in the updates video itself or the free update. So in case you guys don't want to watch the free update video, you guys can always watch the overview video, and everything will be included in that one as well. Now, something else to keep in mind is that we will also be live streaming the City Skylines Airports DLC on Wednesday over on twitch.tv/Andrew Leo. The link can be found on the main channel page and also in the description. So if you want to take a look at that, you are more than welcome to do so. Just keep in mind that we are going to be going live at 5 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Central. So if you guys want, you guys can check it out then. With that in mind, I will catch you guys in the next video. Ciao for now, and see you later. I kind of butchered my intro there, or butchered my outro. Breck.